Very scenic marshland here.
Displaying the glory of God's creation by exploring America one park at a time. Welcome to Parking Full Time with Big Dave, the parks professor.
Welcome back to Parking Full Time. I am Big Dave, the parks professor. We are at Shepard State Park. We are in the boot heel of Mississippi, and specifically we are in Gautier, Mississippi. We're starting this hike on the Marsh Boardwalk. This boardwalk is relatively new, and that's a map of it right there. It's also not really a boardwalk because the trail surface here isn't wood. It's some kind of plastic flooring, it looks like to me. Today is Thursday, February the 6th, and the temperature right now is a mild but Gulf Coast humid 70 degrees. Very scenic marshland here. Pan over the other way. All of the roads and trails at this park are named after letters in the phonetic alphabet. We started at the parking lot at the end of Mohawk Drive. And my plan today is to hike the Delta and Oscar trails. This is going to be a short hike. We should have and already have some really nice marsh views. So hopefully we'll do some good wildlife viewing. So we'll head across the Marsh Boardwalk and get into this hike. We reached the end of the Marsh Boardwalk, and then we turned right. And since then, I've been hiking around some combination of the Delta and Golf trails. The trails are signed at intersections, such as this one, but they're not really marked. And there are a lot of trails around here. So honestly, I'm not 100% sure which trail I was on. But we're almost back to the other end of the Marsh Boardwalk. Next, we're going to cross the India Bridge, and then we will hike the Oscar Trail. We completed the Delta Trail. Then we crossed the India Bridge and turned left to begin the loop that is the Oscar Trail. And that's what we're working on right now. We are going clockwise around the Oscar Trails loop. So far, this loop has been very scenic. That's the marsh that we walked across at the beginning of the hike off to the left there. A lot of palmettos here. I've heard a lot of birds, but I haven't really seen a lot of birds. That's a little disappointing. But we will keep going and continue around the loop portion of the Oscar Trail. The last part of the Oscar Trail was a walk on slightly higher ground through some piney woods. And now we are back to the Marsh Boardwalk. And therefore we're almost to the start and end of this hike. This is a nice hike. There are a lot of trails here, a lot of short trails. And so make sure you pick up a trail map at the park office. The trails aren't marked real well. And honestly, I have a trail map and I still made a couple of wrong turns. But if you want to navigate the trail system, you really do need a trail map here. Honestly, the best part of this hike is this Marshwalk here. And so if you're just going to walk a short distance and you want a really short hike, then this Marshwalk, this is the part of it to do. I do want to thank you for watching. Parking Full Time would not be anything without the people who watch. I realize that every day. And I hardly thank you every day. Also, as a reminder, I do not take any monetary compensation for anything I do for this project. I took a vow to do that many years ago, and I have maintained that vow. And so all I get for doing these videos and doing these hikes are your likes, your subscribes, your views, and your comments. And I do appreciate all of those things. Not as much wildlife out here as I was hoping. I did see one turtle, and I heard some birds, but that's really about it in terms of wildlife. So I'm going to close down this video. Until next time, from Shepard State Park in the Boot Heel of Mississippi, I am Big Dave, the Parks Professor for Parking Full Time. Have a great afternoon, take care, and Lord bless.